Good afternoon. Sherry, the cycling realtor here. Pretty excited to have the good cause warrior, Neff. Thank you for being here.
Well, good morning, Sherry. You're welcome. Glad to be here. Thanks for doing this interview.
Well, I am very excited about your new cause. So I know that you have history in the cycling world, but I love that you've started something new and that it's not only going to be a great experience for you, but you're wanting to extend that to the youth in our community. Tell me more.
Well, I used to do a lot of road racing. I did a lot of road racing in my 20s and 30s, into my 40s. I got injured in my late 40s, and I broke my right ankle in just about every place you could break it. And after that, I stopped running, I stopped cycling, and it was kind of a downward spiral for me health-wise. I put on a ton of weight. I went from averaging about 190, around 185, 190 to as high as 260. So I got fat. I got fat and lazy, and I started waking up in my late 60s to that, and started working out again and rediscovered cycling, and it's been wonderful to discover cycling. I have toned down my aspirations a little bit to gravel bike and mountain bike racing rather than road racing, so that's where I'm headed.
Excellent. So have you done any yet here recently?
I did a gravel bike race. It's called the Cascade 66. The Cascade 66 is named after the road race part of it, the 66-mile road race. They also have a half race, a 33-miler, and then they have a 42-mile gravel bike race. And I entered that and placed 12th in my age group, which made me feel very good. My first goal when I race is to have fun, because if you're not having fun, in my opinion, you shouldn't even do it. Don't get me wrong, my military training has taught me that you have to embrace the suck, and you have to stay at it, but in the same breath, if it's not fun, you should go find something else to do that is fun. So that was my first goal. My second goal was to finish the race, and my third goal was to do it in less than 4 hours. I almost made that goal.
Excellent. So tell me, how does it connect with the kids?
So the way it connects with the kids is it's kind of dual-fold. I work for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Montana, and my job is to place at-risk, high-risk youth with match them with a big mentor. That's my job.
Thank you.
And well, you're welcome. I enjoy it. You know, I've never said in my life that I have to go to work. I've always thought of employment as a privilege, as a right that we enjoy with the rest of our freedoms in the United States. So I choose my job, and I enjoy doing it. So that's what I'm doing. That said, I see a lot of high-risk, at-risk youth there. I'm also a member of the Optimist Club. I'm the safety officer for the Optimist Club, the Uptown Optimist Club. And as such, again, our purpose, our mission is to serve the youth of the community. And I feel that the youth of the community is very much underserved. It's overwhelming how much help is needed in the community, so I want to do as much as I can while I can. And I believe that this endeavor, the Good Cause Warrior, is a way to raise funds for the youth service organizations in the community and give back and pay it forward.
Do you have any? I have a couple questions from that. One is, do you have any youth organizations chosen?
I do.
Okay. And then also, well, go ahead and share that with us and then I'll ask.
Well, it's hard to prioritize what youth service organization needs help the most because from where I sit, they all need help. So from my perspective, like I said, all the youth service organizations need help. I know that the one I work for, Big Brothers Big Sisters in Central Montana, could use all the help it could get. Our executive director is fantastic at raising money, and our board of supervisors is as well. But it would help, you know, every little bit helps. Alliance for Youth is charging into the void, if you will, and picking up where we kind of leave off. They're doing wonders for the older kids in the community. So it's so I'd like to help them out. I'd like to help out the Boys and Girls Club in the community. I think they could use help. The YWCA could always use help. They're serving the community as well. And then I'm on the board for CASA Can, and that's a court advocacy group for youth, and they absolutely need help. The local Indian Alliance is forming a youth organization as we speak, okay, and they're going to need as much help as they can get. So I'd like to be able to help the Native community as well. I think the indigenous population in Montana is probably the most underserved demographic there is in the state of Montana. And being part Native myself, I'd like to see that happen. I'd like to see us be able to serve that demographic.
Beautiful, beautiful. So the other thing I wanted to ask is, as this safety officer for the Uptown Optimist, Uptown, is there something related to cycling that you might be a part of here soon?
Well, it's funny that you should ask. This weekend, actually, July 12th, starting at 9 a.m. at the fairgrounds, is the Uptown Optimist Club Safety Bike Rodeo. We're going to have representatives from all the major bike dealers in town. We're going to have Bighorn Outdoor Specialists are going to be there. Plate Against Sports is going to be there. Shields is going to be there. Their bike mechanics are coming to help kids learn how to fix flat tires, maintain their bicycles. Bicycle maintenance is a big deal, and the earlier kids can learn that, the longer their bikes are going to last, the less frustration they're going to have riding their bikes. And quite honestly, having been that parent that's always working on kids' bikes, it's going to be a little bit of the burden off the parents. I was a very proud papa when I saw that my kids knew how to maintain their bicycles, keep their chains lubed all the time, check the pressure in their tires, etc. Make sure their brakes work. Do that safety check before they got on their bikes. And speaking of safety, one of the things that concerns me, that has bothered me since I moved to Great Falls, is when I ride in town, I see bicyclists of all ages riding on the sidewalks, riding against traffic, not knowing the rules of the road, not knowing when they're turning. Those bad habits can lead to serious accidents. And when you have an accident on a bicycle, it's usually going to be a serious accident. Watching a kid ride a bicycle without a helmet, watching anybody ride a bicycle without a helmet on, to me is like somebody didn't pay attention to basic physics. I mean, because if you weigh, let's say, 100 pounds and you fly off a bicycle, the momentum that you have going is about 500 pounds worth of momentum that you have upon impact. So whatever you're going to impact, and it's usually going to be something pretty hard like a curb or gravel or the road, it's going to do its damage on your body, and your body isn't built to withstand that sort of impact. So if you don't know how to roll when you hit the ground, if you don't have a helmet on, if you don't know basic evasive maneuvers on a bicycle, then you're going to get hurt. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So one of the things we'd like to teach kids is just basic maneuverability, how to maneuver on the bike, how to do a emergency stop safely on a bicycle, how to anticipate coming up to an intersection, how to anticipate what traffic's going to be doing, knowing that nobody's going to see you, no matter what you have on and how many lights you've got going. That's not to say you shouldn't have bright colors on and you shouldn't have safety lights on your bicycle. You should, but even at that, you should never assume that anybody on the road sees you. So those are some of the basic safety things that we want to go over with kids.
So that sounds amazing, and as a parent myself, I couldn't imagine getting to take my kid to such a thing, such an event. So it also reminds me that I heard there was going to be some fun there too.
Oh, we're going to have a ball. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to set up. There's going to be prizes, swag that people can win. At least that's my hope and prayer. We're going to have a little obstacle course that the kids are going to be riding in and out of, some safety cones, that sort of thing. The kids are basically going to have a little punch card and earn points for attending the safety seminar, finishing the obstacle course, learning some basic bike mechanics, and once they get all those things punched, then that's when they're going to earn the right to have prizes.
Yeah, I heard we had some bikes that were going to be
We
given
do,
away.
yeah. We have some. Yeah, the Uptown Optimist Club is providing a few bicycles. So, yeah, if your kid doesn't have a bike, come and if we have a bike that fits a kid, great. If we don't, we're going to find one.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that every kid in the community that wants a bicycle has a bicycle.
Amen.
That's one of our goals. Yeah, and another goal is just educate. We have over 50 miles of bike trails along the rivers in the Great Falls area alone, and there's maps for those trails, and it's amazing how many people don't know about the bicycling lanes and trails and
being a cycling realtor, I can tell you I love them.
it's fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. I'll be there for sure for your
Excellent.
event. I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm excited. to have
I'm
you
also a foodie, so I'm excited that Bootlegger Barbecue's gonna be
there. I
there.
heard they're going to show up. Isn't
So
that going to be
good
great?
smoked meats
yeah.
and yum.
Well, there's bicycling and barbecue. Those are two of my favorite P's right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Excellent. So, to get back to the Good Cause Warrior,
Right.
how can somebody help your cause? How can they help you help those kids?
Well, we're in the process of setting up a website, so that's a good place to contact me. You can also text or call me. My number is 406-564-0652. Okay, you can call me there and get a hold of me. So yeah, that's what we're looking for is sponsorship right now. So doing this, raising the funds, basically this is going to the hope and prayer is that we have different levels of sponsorships. We have a friend of the Peloton level. That's a $500 commitment of sponsorship level. We have two more levels. We have a middle tier level and a top tier level. The middle tier level is called the community sponsorship level, and that is going to help sponsor those of us who do this. And it's not my dream is this is not just going to be me as a good cause warrior, that we're going to have other good cause warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of other racers voice an interest in helping do this. And then the top tier level is the pioneer level, and that's a $5,000 commitment. And we realize that those are big asks of people in the community. So those asks of people will help defray our costs, the costs of maintenance of the bikes. Bikes are, a vehicle like any other vehicle. They break down, they need maintenance, they need parts, etc. Then there's travel to the events. There's the fees to enroll in the races. But there's going to be travel, housing, lodging, all those sorts of events. And my promise to everybody is to keep those expenses at a minimum. I have an RV. I can haul the RV to an event and stay there. So that kind of takes care of the lodging, in that part. But getting it there, the travel is going to cost something. It's going to provide whoever decides to sponsor us with some high visibility logos on our bicycles themselves, on our jerseys, if it end up getting the sponsorships that I hope to get, it'll be all over our vehicles and our RVs as well. So that's what I hope to do. And then we'll be looking for mileage sponsors as we do the race. And people who have sponsored racers know what that's like. You basically pledge so much money, 50 cents, $1, $2, $5, whatever you can afford per mile. So if I'm doing a 50-miler race, and you're pledging $1 a mile, you're basically pledging $50. And that's finishing the race. So those of us who are doing it obviously have to finish the race. Remember, that's one of our goals is to get that done. I've got a 10-mile mountain bike race coming up at the end of the month down in Bozeman, and I've got a 25-mile road race coming up after that over at Spokane. So those are 2 races in the works right now.
Excellent. And so how often will you be giving back to the kids? Do you have a process yet for that?
Oh, do I have a process yet for that? So what I'm basically going to do is contact the YSOs that I spoke to, try to identify some specific needs that they have, put a dollar amount on those needs, and contribute back to that dollar amount as we race.
Perfect. Excellent. So when somebody is interested in donating, you'll have an idea of what your needs are for both your race and your kids, your youth. Excellent. That's pretty exciting.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
How fun. Well, thank you for being so creative. Do you have anything else for the greater good that you'd like to share?
Just come to the bike rodeo this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your kids. Where this is our first time out of the chute, to use a rodeo term. This is our first time out of the chute. So hopefully in years to come we'll have a race or multiple races in addition to what we're doing
the
this
bike
weekend.
rodeo?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're looking to actually create and sponsor a race itself.
Exactly. Hope to have that
Excellent.
in the future. And we'll see. We'll see. I want to serve the community. So if this is something that the community wants, this is something we're going to make happen.
Perfect. Well, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Ty Neff,
Thanks
the
for
Good
having me.
Cause Warrior.
Thanks for having me.
And remember to like, share, and subscribe.